possível.
My family runs a shipping business in San Francisco. We used to have 2 ships a week to Tokyo. We've been in shipping for 2 generations, Hank. I've never been on a voyage anywhere. I feel like Odysseus in the beginning of his journey.
The Odyssey took 10 years, Cole.
This is the American century. America can rule the world after we win this war.
We need to stay alive, Cole. These men are counting on us. Have you heard what the veterans are saying to each other?
No.
Golden Gate in 48. That's 4 more hard years of fighting.
Regim.
E ele falou que já volta.
Caralho.
Phelps, Bukowski, you have a new case. 2 women, possible drink drive.
How was that a case?
The broad says she was doped and that somebody tried to kill her.
Where did this take place?
That's the bit you're gonna love. Right across the street.
What?
A Chevy Styline took a nosedive off the escarpment, fetched up underneath a Cola King billboard. Up to it, boys. We got bad guys to catch.
Hey, you think those Vice boys get any on the side?
See you later, fellas. Try not to work too hard.
You dancing with the tear to my eye watching my caterpillar grow.
I'm just trying to fit in.
Educated, hardworking, straight as an arrow. They break people, they'll never put out. I gave them my
You know the way. You can drive. Her face looks familiar.
Well, that's June Ballard, Tarzan's sister, beast of the Amazon. She's married to Guy McAfee. The captain has moved to Vegas now, but the 2 of them still have juice.
Phelps, traffic.
Detective Phelps. Hey, Bukowski. Long time no see.
You could have called this in by megaphone, Enrique. Phelps, this is Enrique Gonzalez. Enrique was a pretty decent middleweight.
What do we have, Gonzalez?
Broad drives right through the empty lot and off the side of the escarpment. Her story is that a movie producer doped her and her friend and sent the car over the cliff.
Was anyone hurt?
Driver's beat up. Not too bad considering. If she hadn't hit that billboard, we'd be scraping both of them off the pavement. Passenger's a Jessica Hamilton. She's just a kid. She's pretty knocked around.
Kid gonna be all right?
I think so. They've taken her to central receiving. If you want to take a look around, you can start the ambulance.
Thanks. Do that.
One more thing. Watch out for the driver. She cuts rough.
This ain't the red carpet, so get out of my lens.
If you're looking for the coroner, he's down by the crash site.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, laid out on the trunk. And that isn't even the best part.
Maximum life, nice.
They've been torn off. Where did you find them?
They were stuffed in the young lady's handbag. I'll run a trace for semen when I get back to the lab.
Vai fazer o quê?
Sei.
Nada.
Ué.
Eu não consegui, eu tô logado, só entro pra terminar pra ti.
Não, relaxa, eu perco no galera.
Pra perder por quê, cara? Se dá pra terminar. Se tivesse com o jogo fechado, ainda ia dar trabalho, não já abre.
She's a long way from home.
Agora que eu sei que eu posso ficar spamando skill.
Cara, tu já sabia, porque todos os caras que chegam na amarela ficam spamando.
Não, mas aí eles têm...
Looks like they're lucky they weren't more badly injured.
Viu?
Must have been
Ah, eu tava
unconscious.
usando
Being relaxed tends to lessen the soft tissue damage.
Não dá, ó, viu?
Drunk driver?
Você quer
Maybe not.
o colar?
How so?
Well, a head I found without a body piqued my interest. See what you think.
Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him, Horatio. Is it real?
No. I think it's supposed to be a replica of an
Deus,
Indian
vai.
shrunken head. It's some kind of
Peraí.
curio or movie
Acho
prop.
que era colar
See the casting marks?
Ninguém.
What's it made from?
Level
Plaster of Paris would be my first guess, then painted.
So we can rule out the
Tá
murder
achando que
angle?
tirou justamente a peça que
No, you
mantinha
can
a
rule
MP.
that in. That thing was wedging the accelerator to the floor.
No,
Whoever
no,
did
I-
it wanted these women dead.
How does someone manage to tip their ride straight off a cliff? If the driver's in a fit state, we should ask.
Sai. Tipo, não faz sentido, tá ligado? Porque não tirei... O que tava escrito lá era de coisa. E agora eu posso ficar gastando que nem um maluco.
Mrs. McAfee, we would like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
I prefer to use my maiden name, June Ballard. You might be familiar with some of my work.
Can you tell us what happened here?
You're kind of cute for a cop.
BG parece
Maybe a
pra
bit on the
caralho.
serious side.
What about me, June? I'm a big fan of
You?
Beast of...
I don't like. Keep out of
Viu?
this.
Tá usando. Eu acho que tem que ter boneco do
We
meu lado,
understand that
né?
you're still suffering from the effects of the accident, Mrs.
Sei lá.
McAfee. The officer says that you claimed that you were drugged. Who did this to you?
That rat slipped us a Mickey Finn. It's no wonder I feel so dopey. I can't remember.
Who drugged you, Mrs. McAfee?
You really are a cute detective, but a little too naive for my taste.
What can you tell us about the passenger in your car?
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies. What more can I say?
How old is Jessica, Mrs. Ballard?
I couldn't say how old Jessica is. Old enough, sweetheart, as the saying goes.
We found a shrunken head
Pô, tô
that
errando
was
todas as
used to
perguntas.
tamper with your car.
You see, I normally don't drive off cliffs. The last thing I remember is getting behind the wheel.
You don't remember where the head came from?
I don't know anything about a head. Why is everybody talking about a goddamn head? Isn't anyone interested in how I am?
Mrs. McAfee, I think it would be in everyone's best interest if you accompanied Patrolman Gonzalez back to the receiving hospital.
É
I'm being taken in.
You could say that.
On
Não tem
what
como, essa build é
ground?
muito estranha.
On the grounds that you were under the influence of
Essa aí vai ser bom
narcotics,
pra caralho.
and that you are
Não, vai
withholding information from the police.
My husband is going to want a word with you, Sonny
isso.
Jim.
I think we're good here. Let's go see what we can shake out of the kid.
Oh.
E aí, rapaz?
So, what's going on over there?
Foi mal aí, rapaz. Tinha uma louça do tamanho do mundo ali pra me lavar. Demorou mais do que eu gostaria.
The car 11K, 11 King. The car crash victim has regained consciousness at Central Receiving Hospital.
Poderia ficar até 6
11K Roger. En route.
Look out!
Tá mais forte que a nossa.
Tá que nível já? 80?
Ela tá 80 ali, fazendo os bagulhos do 100, sabe?
Foda que ele é fraco ainda.
Try making it to the next intersection without killing anybody. Can you do that for me?
Eu tô entrando, eu vou te ajudar.
Falei pra ele que eu tô logado já, depois ele me chamar pro grupo.
Eu entro pro Kelvin aqui pra ajudar a matar a voz, é melhor. Pra garantir.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
That's disgusting.
Melhorando um pouquinho ele.
Só chamar o Kelvin.
Chama ele aí, é o Sérgio, só tô terminando de matar o bagulho da mãe que apareceu.
Vocês vão fazer o que hoje?
Abrir o olhinho do
Hello,
André aqui pra
Detective Phelps,
Mano,
here to interview a Jessica
eu tô
Hamilton.
a fim de upar os grifos do
Jessica
meu mago lá.
Hamilton.
Na verdade,
Oh, yes.
grifo
She's in the room,
ou então
right behind you, detective.
fazer o meu bárbaro.
You can't hold me here.
Porque eu vou fazer um bárbaro só pra pegar o
Feeling
nível
better
1
since
lá, tá
this
ligado?
morning, Jessica?
Não vai. Vale a pena, Dodge.
Ah, na verdade eu acho que eu nem preciso.
Acabando a temporada, né?
Hello, Jessica.
Tá, vamos...
My name is Cole Phelps. I'm a policeman.
Vamos?
I'd like to talk to you about your accident, if that's okay.
Okay.
Eu tô subindo aqui aí.
Morri.
Can you tell me what you
Parabéns.
remember about
O
the
cara
crash?
entrou na tua distância pra ir.
Peraí que eu vou ajudar. Morri. E
Nothing
acabou
happened
ainda a
yesterday.
ressurreição restante. Nem tem mais.
Peraí,
Tem sim. Bora.
You're holding out on me,
Entrei
Jessica.
rapidão. Ai.
Please, I want my doctor. I'm not sure I can answer any more questions.
Ah, estranho.
Porra, mano, não
You
entendi.
need to get in touch with your
Ah,
parents
já tava mais caralho.
to tell them what has happened.
Oh, you don't need to worry them. They sent me along
Ah, eu
to stay
entendi
with
que não
Aunt June.
convencional ainda, devia só
They
ter dado
trust her to
TP em
take
você.
care of
Não
me.
entendi o que aquele bicho fez comigo, velho. Agora morreu que nem um monte de merda.
Agora vocês vão esperar dar TP em alguém aí pra eu pegar a porta também.
Dá TP.
Ah, eu saí da distância, sou muito
You're
burro.
lying, Jessica.
Pra caralho.
How are we gonna make
Pra
this right
caralho,
if
que
you
eu
lie
perdi
to
o
us?
bagulho.
Foda que eu entrei com
Please,
o
detective,
druida que
why
não
would
tinha
I
culpa
lie to
nenhuma,
you?
né? Mas ok. Tá, eu vou sair e vou entrar no mago, beleza?
Because you're a runaway, Jessica, and you don't have your
Pode
parents'
sair já,
permission to be
eu
here.
saí da distância
And
com
you wanna tell
certeza
me what really
não
happened?
consigo mais pegar o bagulho.
I went with Junie to this strange place.
Deixa eu ver,
It's
dá TP no
difficult to
mic.
remember. Someone gave me a drink to calm my nerves, and then I felt faint.
É que, ô Mike, eu queria
I think
fazer
I
a
must have
Tibalt,
passed out.
que é o Tirael Mid, na verdade, que é o peitoral do mago lá, sabe?
I know what happened to you, Jessica.
Ah, tá aqui, ok.
Where exactly did it take
Acho
place?
que na real eu consigo.
Please, it's scary. It's really difficult to think of anything.
Blood Orb vai
Someone
dar...
tried to kill you, Jessica. Do you
agora
get
sim,
it?
vai dar
Forget about
HP,
being in movies.
vai
It's
upar.
time to act like a grown-up.
Vamos botar
had to wear a robe
nossos grifos no máximo,
And
hein?
lay down
Grifos
on a
personagens.
stone.
Todo mundo
There
tá
were
precisando, eu acho que até o Devil ainda não
camera.
pôr todos, né, Devil?
It's not my fault. I'm not a bad girl. Why are you trying to hurt
Sou
me?
conhecido por deixar as coisas pela metade.
You should think about going home, Jessica. You're getting mixed up with people who will treat you like last week's trash.
Are you crazy? I can't go home.
E depois
I'm
eu quero
already
deixar pelo
starved.
menos um char mais 12, cara. Full mais 12, eu não botei nenhum full mais 12 ainda. Queria deixar o...
It's the tale of this town,
coisa
Cole.
lá e
Lambs
o
they
mago.
go willingly to slaughter.
Full mais
Who the
12.
hell is that?
Mas daí esse daí dá de fazer
Must be a
nível 7
lawyer.
lá, sabe?
Certainly expedited her release.
I don't like it, Cole. Why is she in such a hurry? We should
Como é que
follow
tu
her.
tá, como é que tá esse bicho aí fazendo coisa, Michael?
E aí,
Fazendo
cadê?
lá aquela... Fazendo horda lá?
There she goes. Come on.
Não perigoso. Tem que ver o lado.
Até que foi.
Eu fiz só 2, porque eu só tinha 2. Tinha o bagulho do Alva. Mas o plano do livro 7.
You've got a pretty funny idea of what keeping a low profile means, Phelps.
She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery.
Pra fazer, deixar o set perfeito.
Ah, that's it, we're spotted.
É uma grana, tá?
Merda.
Vai, com
Fiz errado.
certeza. Eu não falei pra ti que eu tava com 250 mil, roletei, eu fui equipar um
It's
mago
the
ali,
town.
fui pra 120.
Porque pra tirar, pra tu resetar o set,
The siren? Are you crazy?
A sirene, você está louca.
Peguei mais uma faixa.
Ballard is definitely up to something.
Onde é que faz o bagulho mesmo? No cara do pote, na mulher do pote, né? Onde é que tá a mulher do pote?
olha lá.
Tá de vendo os materiais aqui também.
She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery.
Da hora.
Material. Tem só uma faísca e 2 itens, então falta uma faísca, literalmente.
O mago ou o mago do leve?
O mago. Hã?
Ah, o mago do leve.
Acabou de pegar a faísca que eu peguei, então falta uma faísca. Se tivesse um item místico, depois a gente pode fazer uns boys se vocês curtirem só pra ver se eu dropo. Vamos agora fazer as universões. Espero que a temporada que vem seja massa. Que nem essa daqui.
Tem que ser, né? Que vai apresentar um boneco novo.
Não, acho que não é na próxima.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
É assim, pô.
Esse aqui ainda ia ter mais uma temporada.
Se ainda tiver de graça no Game Pass, eu jogo.
Ah?
Se ainda tiver de graça pro Game Pass, eu jogo.
Vai estar de graça, né? Só não vai estar a expansão, provavelmente.
Ué, entre no café sem ser visto.
Aí, fiquei em cima do fogo.
Já vai ele clicar nas teclas.
Morri pra pegar a página do diário que tava no chão.
Eita lá. Ah. Aqui, ó. Encosta aqui.
Tá, aqui é pra onde eu
Get in there and see what she's up to.
Pra baixo não tem nada.
Não.
Where's that goddamn wait?
Baby? No! I don't want him taught a lesson. You know what I want. Well, then make someone else do it! You still know people out here, don't you? Then make some calls! I'm gonna be very clear about this. You get this done, or I'm... Wilson's Hotel. Mr. Mark Bishop, that son of a bitch, lives in apartment 803. Sure, I got the film.
So what's the story? I'm guessing she didn't stop for light refreshments.
She made a call. Sounds like Mark Bishop has a heap of trouble headed his way. I've got an address. Wilson's Hotel, apartment 803.
Oh shit, you better step on it.
If he's got any sense, he'll be as far away from home as possible.
If he had any sense, he wouldn't have tried bumping off Guy McCaffrey's wife in the first place. Or he'd have done the job properly. McCaffrey will break a fella's legs just for looking at his broad.
Eu sempre
What did you
tenho
make of the kid?
parece diminuiu
You believe her story?
que a gente tá ganhando.
I think she was doped out of her tiny mind and given the casting couch. That fucking bitch Ballard sold her out.
Go left. So if Ballard was doing someone a favor, why did they try to kill her?
193. Eu falei, ué, quando 70 por 100 muda não.
Turn left up ahead.
Será que é fazendo trem?
Straight over.
All units in the vicinity in car 11K, 11 King, a 415 in progress at apartment 803, Wilson's Apartment Hotel, 1220 West 7th Street, Westlake Park. 11K code 3, all other units code 2. KGPL clear.
Next right.
Gun it! Let's get to the apartment before someone gets...
Ah, you're gonna kill someone! Straight through the next intersection. You need to take the next left.
Mapa novo lá pra se transformar nos bichinhos, tá ligado? Tá se divertindo.
Mas vai ficar pianinho aqui, só sendo carregado.
You the cops? I tried to stop them. It's room 803, left out of the elevator.
Sounds like we're about to make it a hat trick of hysterical female witnesses.
Look, lady, I can pound you or I can pound your husband.
Give it up! LAPD!
I'm about to break your goddamn jaw. I curse you and your children.
All right, if you really want to dance.
Vai olhar pro lado do Sérgio, tá?
Respeita, porra.
Não tem muito mais coisa aqui do meu lado, não.
É pra abrir a porta lá?
É. Onde é que é a porta?
Door.
Are you injured, Mrs. Bishop?
I'm all right now. Those horrible, awful men.
Perhaps you should sit down, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Forgive me, officers. I'm
Até
very
que tá
flushed.
conchado.
I'll just sit down for a moment.
That's perfectly normal, ma'am. Take a moment while we look around.
Yes, thank you. Just look at this mess.
Not sure this means much.
Peraí que chegou alguém aqui, peraí.
Pai, esse boneco aí tá
Looks like a
macabro, né?
mermaid in the background.
O teu skin do boneco tá massa pra caralho.
These men in the picture.
É bom.
My husband,
Pra dar
Mark,
medo.
and Marlon Hopgood, they work together on occasion. That's Hopgood's shop.
Por que acaba tão rápido, mano?
Meu Deus, ele morreu lá.
É por causa da
A
pedra.
pedra matou ele.
Looks like the old movie set downtown.
Ela tá comigo aqui.
Great Wall of Babylon. A replica of a
Fazendo um
replica.
altar aí.
Não, pelo mapa eu não tô achando bicho nenhum. Vai fazendo aí. Tu consegue, tu tanca?
Tancando.